Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So today, we're back for another round of Featherworthy. Hey, welcome on back in. Let me tell you, every single day I do that intro, I always think the exact same thing immediately after and then forget to actually do it. What I think is, oh, I really need to move my guitar. My guitar is in the corner of my office now, behind the desk, and when I do that intro, the reverb is this really high-pitched noise that comes back, and I'm just like, you need to move that. That's kind of annoying. It's not really annoying for you probably don't hear it, but my ears do, and they're never very grateful. It's Monday, my favorite day of the week. I know I'm pretty strange in that sense, but I do love the start of a new week. I love that fresh feeling. It definitely gets me motivated. And motivation is something that we really need for today. Seriously. I don't know if you got the chance to see the last episode, the one against Plantera, but Plantera in Featherworthy is something else entirely. And I do feel like this might actually be the biggest challenge we will have in this entire run. And I'm serious about that, because for me, the way I beat Plantera is I like to use something very powerful and I like to kill it quickly. But it seems like in this run, we're going to have to turn Plantera into an endurance run, and that's not necessarily something that I actually want to do. So we're going to need motivation, because I imagine it's going to take a lot of tries. So just going into some of the comments from yesterday, I asked you, do you have a setup that you would like to see? A lot of you were just like, chlorophyte shotbow, holy arrows, make it work. I did have some comments for the dart rifle mixed with cursed flame darts. Now, I do maybe want to check that out, and I'll tell you why. I have never, ever used a dart rifle in Terraria. I don't know where to get it. I don't know how to use it. Seriously, I've never used it before, but I see it pop up in comments every now and again. But I remember reading the changelog for the recent update, and apparently they nerfed it. So I'm like, is it old information that people are passing across, or is the goat still the goat? You know what I'm saying? Hallowed armor as well. Everybody says move back to hallowed armor for the invincibility. We're doing it. Let's have a little look at this. Bitter harvest, pixie shirt, cat ears. I kind of like it. We kind of look a bit like vampire-y, you know, with the red cape and the cat ears. Very cool. But I do love this vanity. So maybe we'll wear this for today to mix it up. So other than that, I was on the world last night for quite a long time. Right, I managed to watch Nightmare Before Christmas in the time. But I have now extended out the arena quite a lot. So it used to end about here. And this was marble biome. This is no longer marble biome. And this has extended out quite a bit. Because I feel like the biggest thing that was messing me up yesterday was definitely this arena. We needed to learn from the mistakes and move on. Is that a Plantera bulb? Oh my god, it actually is. That's the first time I've ever spotted one from the minimap, not knowing it was there. That is amazing. So we have a point of reference for today to start off with. Okay, good. Right. Let's get buffs, let's get into it. So what we'll do is we'll do a few practice runs with the chlorophyte shotbow and the holy arrows, and then we'll mix to the... I was meant to say move. I was just going to carry on with that sentence to be like, we need to mix over to the dart rifle. No, we don't. We'll move over to the dart rifle and check it out. All right, there's so many things I want to talk about today. I want to like get through all of it, but not linger around my spawn point for 4 minutes. Okay, right, let me get my buffs and we'll go to it. Oh yeah, one thing, I also got a red potion while clearing out some of the arena yesterday. Do you remember that chest that was just kind of lingering around in the middle? Yeah, that had it. So we're already doing a little bit better because of it. Heart reach potions as well. Archery, I always forget archery. Okay, we have a completely full inventory. This is already a little bit rough, but that's okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am actually going to start selling some of these vanity outfits, mainly because if it's not the ones I'm actually going to wear, we don't really need them. You know, Spooktober's not going to go on forever. Okay, let me go get this Plantera bulb. But this is great. I'm so excited. Actually, no, wait. I'm very indecisive, but very excited. Let me make the Spelunker potion. Bam. Okay, cool. So now we have a Spelunker potion. so that we can at least see if any Plantera bulbs pop up. Also, I found a slime staff while making the arena, and it was naturally mystic, and I thought that is really cool. Not really relevant to today because it's not like we can actually use it for anything, but I just think it's nice to have. I kind of like getting rare items, and this world is dishing them out like it's, you know, free candy on Halloween. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I want a clear path to the bulb, so I guess I'm going to go this way and down. Hey, look at that. Lexus the party girl. All right, we got the party girl. So finding the rest of the NPCs is going to be a lot easier. That's great. She was the only one that's actually going to be a nightmare to find because she's solely dependent on just whether she'll spawn or not. And I think the way it works with the princess is you need to have had all the NPCs at one point. It's not like you need to have them all alive at the same time to make her eligible to spawn. So if she dies, she dies. I mean, hopefully not. Okay, right. Let's buff up. Let's get into this. I'm so excited. Today is the day of repairs. I took my car in this morning, so that is getting started on. I can't wait for that. And today I also have to have my shower fixed, and I completely forgot about this because it was booked in so long ago. But basically, my shower just kind of came away from the wall. The little handles that you use to change the water and the temperature, they were just like not really sealed on correctly, so they just pulled away, and it just left this big gap behind a shower, which is really risky because if you have like a gap behind your shower, the water... No, come on. Oh my god. I'm so fuming. I'm not gonna lie. That's completely ruined my entire mood. Plantera, come on. It's not like I moved anymore. You moved out of the way and despawned yourself. Oh my god. Gah. Oh my god. We better find a Plantera bulb quick. Because I want my buffs. You know what? It's times like this where I wish that I'd spent my 9 years playing Terraria begging for a Plantera bulb summon rather than a rainbow cursor. Do you know what I mean? Sorry if that was a little bit infuriating. It's hard to hide the anger with that one. I'm going to be honest. Like you know, you lot know, I'm a pretty chill guy. I'm fairly chill, you know. But that one rubbed me the wrong way. I thought this might be one because I saw a little bit of pink on the minimap. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, my day is ruined, and my disappointment is immeasurable. Or however that quote goes. I'm fuming. I'm fuming. I've completely lost my train of thought. All those things I wanted to say, screw them, right? This is my only top priority right now. This sucks. I think, if I'm being honest, searching for Plantera bulbs is probably my most hated thing in all of Terraria. And there's only a few small things that I actually don't like about Terraria. Obviously, I love it a lot. But Plantera bulbs and getting hard mode ore are definitely the top two. Where I'm just like, every time I play Terraria and I get to this point, I'm just like, ah. Because the thing is, the Plantera fight itself, I adore. I love Plantera. I love her music. I love her style. I love the drops. I love, you know, altering the jungle and such. I used to say that I don't really like making a Plantera arena, but I feel like I've pretty much chilled down on that now. I feel a lot better about that. But yeah, Plantera bulb hunting? Nah, not for me. I miss modded. I really, really miss modded. I want mods. Just so I can get Plantera bulbs. But I guess that's one of the good things in it. It's just like, you know, nobody knows until how long Tmod Loader comes out. Probably about a year, I imagine. Probably a year from now. Maybe a little bit less, but probably about a year. It's a very big project. But, you know, once we get it, little things like that, you know, it's going to allow us to tweak Terraria so that we can all play it in the way we want to play it, you know? Say you don't want to, you know, say you don't like mining hard mode ores, vein miner, you know? Say you don't like getting Plantera bulbs, you know, planterabulbmaker.mod. That's what I would get. Alright, I'm clearly just very bitter though. I just want my bulb. But yeah, the shower got fixed today, and oh my, it's such an upgrade. It wasn't meant to be an upgrade, it was just meant to be like a simple shower swap. So you unscrew the old one, put in the new one, stuff like that. But because, obviously, I rent this house, it doesn't belong to me. The landlord decides, you know, how stuff gets improved upon. And they just installed a better shower. And it's like, it's so much more high-powered. I love a good high-powered shower. I'm definitely more of a shower guy than a bath guy. All right, here's my Plantera bulb. That's great. Now we're just going to work out in relation to where the arena is. And it's miles away. Oh my god, it's ages away. All right, let me work on a clear path. But yeah, I'm just so buzzed about this good shower. All right, let me mark this out because oh god. Oh no, this episode. All right, so I think I've got an area mapped out. I think what I need to do is to drag the Plantera fight to the bottom of the world and then bring it right, and that should bring us below our arena. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to be like a proper trial. We'll see, right? If this one despawns, that's it. I quit Terraria. I'm moving on. You guys ever heard of Roblox? That's my next game, all right? All those years, wasted. Roblox, that's it, right? Roblox is a pretty interesting game, right? Courtney's younger brother plays it a fair amount. So does my my niece. So I've seen a good bit of it. My favorite thing is that Roblox it's just like a collection of just weird rip-offs of other games, and I find that kind of amazing. Like Among Us in Roblox is a thing, and kids love it, and I think that is awesome. Okay, all right. So we got to bring it down. Plantera, I swear, if you are slow, that's it. You're ending my Terraria career. Okay, come on. Come on. You can do it. I actually do believe in this Plantera. I'm gonna buff up now. We've got ages to take it, but I'm gonna buff up now, mainly because I just wanna make sure that I'm all good. So we're taking it this way. What's this gonna spawn in? Hopefully nothing. Alright. Alright. Gotta contain the anger. Gotta save the anger for the fight. You know, I gotta go into it with the warrior's spirit, you know? I don't want to waste the warrior's spirit on just getting there. I don't know what the warrior's spirit is, by the way. I am definitely killing time right now. I'm 100% doing that. It's perfectly normal too. Oh, so I asked you a lot about Watch Dogs yesterday. Not very favorable responses, right? People were just like, don't play it. It's very forgettable. Some people, well, to be fair, some people are like, oh, it's really fun, and you know, it kind of depends on how much fun you want to have with it yourself. I do like a good game like that, but a lot of people are just like, nah. It seems to me, if I remember right, it's a bit like it's sandboxy. So yeah, I can kind of see where it's like, all right, you got the open world. You know, do you want to decide, like, what do you want to do? You want to hack the bank, get a lot of money, buy a lot of chocolate? That's all good. 2 years later, you're playing the game in your Willy Wonka. That's roleplay, but that's fine. And apparently the game that I got for free isn't even out yet. Which is, it shows, honestly, it shows my complete ignorance to the game. But what's cool is that, well, I wish I'd got a better free game. Because Chaos bought some computer components recently, and his free game was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, he knows I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, and he's not at all. So he gave me his Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right? So great for me. And then he also bought the same graphics card as me, so I know he also got Watch Dogs Legion, because otherwise I would have returned the favour and given him Watch Dogs Legion. But I wish that I'd gotten something like, I don't know, Call of Duty, right? I'd rather have played Call of Duty than Watch Dogs. But it is what it is. Alright, here's the fight. So, I don't know, because I've never made an arena this large. Look, you see how it curves across the attack? That's really interesting. We don't have a spot for the Klinger staff, by the way. Oh, I really liked one of my favorite things though yesterday was just how much love was for playing multi-class. Like we had 2 of these little summons, we had the Klinger staff, we had the ballista rod as well, and everyone was just kind of loving it, and I love to see it. I thought that was great. All right, yeah. So I was gonna say I've never had an arena this large. It definitely enrages in the middle. So we know already that the first half of the fight is an absolute breeze. All right, absolute pushover. Obviously, it's not going to be if we get hit by those spiky balls, but hopefully we won't. It's the second half where it's violently shaking, where things become a bit of an issue. I don't know if I should actually be looping this around. I feel like I'm almost doing better by not looping it, Look, can you see that speed increase where it kind of overlaps with where the marble biome was? So yeah, like I said, this needs to be endurance. It can't be a basic Plantera fight. If this was normal Plantera, do you reckon the fight would be over by now? I reckon we'd be coming up to... We'd be at least halfway through the second phase if this was normal Plantera. Alright, here she is. Open her up. She's got a lot of spikes going on. Right, let's not be afraid. I haven't really kind of deciphered how I want to maneuver around yet. I'm just kind of winging it. 2 of those bad boys. But oh my god, the damage is crazy from her. Alright, let's... Whoa! That spike makes me so uncomfortable. I think this is what I might have to do. Just keep my distance like this. And then when I get the chance to, you know, overlap like that. Oh god, oh god. I'm getting so nervous. It's kind of a lot of things to do. Like, I want to make sure that I'm not teleporting too much. I've also got to teleport to begin with. Which isn't really, like, ideal during a fight. Well, it's ideal because it's helping, but it's not ideal because, you know, it's not second nature. Oh, what an endurance fight. I feel like most people, I get a good shot of adrenaline when I do a boss fight in Terraria, right? That adrenaline keeps you going, keeps you focused, right? I get a massive rush of adrenaline when I play Imposter in Among Us, and then I get super tired. And now, I'm actually just feeling the tiredness of the adrenaline, because the fight goes on for so long. Alright, let's go over here. I really can't tell what this Plantera fight is. Is it hard? Is it not hard? Is it just scary looking? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, is it more just intimidation rather than damage? And would I have been able to do this without... Let me slap down 2 of these. I don't want to get distracted, but still. Would I have been able to do this without the Rod of Discord? I actually don't know. I was always getting cocky then, getting close, thinking, oh yeah, the fight's over. It really isn't. Okay. Bam. Alright, there you go. Oh, I'm to be honest, I'm not going to lie. I'm really glad that's over. I really felt, going into today's episode, we were going to be stuck on that fight for days. I thought it was going to be Supreme Calamitous. And I wasn't really too excited about it. Only because I do love Plantera. I really do. But, on the other hand, I don't like Planterable. So I'm really glad that it's over. Like, well done to us. But now's the next challenge, which is going to be Golem. Which usually I would be like, oh, Golem is fine. It's not too much of a challenge. I don't know about this one. I think Golem could be really intense. But what I like is that now we have a lot of side objectives that I think we should kind of mess around with. So the dungeon is obviously increased in difficulty. We know that. So like we can get dungeon upgrades. We can do some of the events as well. Like I'd love to do the Pumpkin Moon one, just because it is Spooktober. So that was really the key to it all, and we've done it. It would have been sick to get a pet. That would have been nice. I need to remember to turn my pet on. I always turn off my pet and light pet when I make the thumbnail, because I don't like them in the thumbnail. Always forget to put them back on. All right, let's get rid of some of this stuff. I thought this was the treasure pack. Oh wow, from Plantera. Thanks. Okay, so we got the Spore Sack and the Nettle Burst. Do you remember when we had to farm Plantera for the Terra Blade? Oh my god, not the Terra Blade, for the Seedler to make the Zenith. I tell you what, when that series, you know, taking the detour to make the Zenith, it came in real handy for the Chippy Gaming Saga on the first Fractal. So I was really pleased about that. Like, it actually had long-term effects, which was good. Because I could talk about those 2 weapons confidently, because I'd actually farmed for one of them. Obviously, the other one's unobtainable, but it felt like I actually had the knowledge. Like, I made my summoner video for Chippy Gaming, and I missed off the part about obsidian armor, which I didn't even know, and I'm really glad. As well as, like, the fact that the blade staff comes from the Queen Slime. I didn't know that until one of you commented on ChippysCouch yesterday. But it felt like I could actually make that video because I'd put in the time to do a summoner's run, and I really liked that. I think it added value to the video. Right, loot all. So what we're grabbing now, by the way, is we're grabbing stuff for the solar eclipse. I don't know if we're planning to do the solar eclipse, but I thought let's have a stab at it. You know, let's have a stab at getting the stuff. So should be, yeah. Did I even get any of it? No. All right. Well, it don't matter. It don't matter. All right. Let's put the awards up here. The relic. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Okay. Right, let's slap that on there. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. All right. So let's go to the dungeon real quick. Which way is my dungeon? All right, my dungeon's over here. Let's go to the dungeon real quick and let's actually... wait, I know what I'm doing. I'm swapping back over to... I'm going to swap back over to Chlorified. And I'm also going to swap out our arrows for the Chlorified ones as well. Because I don't think Holy really do too much when you're underground. But I know that these ones are going to bounce around like nothing. And I love that. Okay, right. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll start farming out for ectoplasm. We'll start farming... Hey! Oh my god, we got another one. These are rare. What is going on with this world? Yeah, we'll also start farming out for the Master Ninja Gear Part 2. Because we've already ruined our chances of Part 1 with the Froggy Gear. Man, worst decision of 2020 for me. It's got to be said. But yeah, I would say if you're doing Featherworthy and you want to do Plantera, just treat it like an endurance fight. I think that was it. Like, I just tried to stay as calm as possible, relax, and just go, all right, it's Plantera, but it lasts, you know, 4 times longer or whatever. Try not get bogged down in the idea that it's so scary. Because I do think a big chunk of Featherworthy, with just that one, is just the intimidation tactic. The fight itself is really strange. Like, the fact that it kind of devolves into just this shaking, weird Plantera. I don't really know how I feel about that. It is a bit... Because it wasn't necessarily harder because it was large and shaking. It was more the clingers. But I guess at the end of the day, you want something that's actually achievable. You know, you don't want something that's going to be an absolute nightmare to solve. You know, you want to have fun with it. Featherworthy's about the goofs as well as it is the challenge. It's so nice to come here, by the way, and actually be able to survive. Knowing that in the beginning of the series, when we'd come here for the water bolt, it was the hardest thing in the world. I'm liking where I'm getting these bone leaves as well. Farming out, do you remember, farming out for the Master Ninja Gear took me ages in the last series. In terms of talking about series as well, I was thinking, wow, 2020's been a really interesting year for the channel. Because I'd completely forgot just how many like little series we'd done and how diverse they've been. So we started the year finishing off the Fargo's Soul mod, which was iconic. People loved that. I loved it before the strange little boss items and stuff. That was great. And then we did Elements Awoken, and that was pretty cool. You know, it was an interesting mod. I wouldn't say it was my favorite mod of all time, but, you know, we were taking a gamble on something that was a little bit smaller. So, and I think it paid off. It was a lot of fun. And then we started up Modded Mage, which I think is probably one of the most iconic series we've ever done and ever will do. Mainly because it kind of devolved into all of these weird in-jokes. And I think that was great. Like, and then feeding that into 1.4, we did the Master Series and now this. So, it's been pretty good. I don't know why my voice broke then. I don't know what's going on. So, so let's see. I don't know, by the way. Is there anything new in the dungeon that we should be grabbing? Like, is there any 1.4.1 stuff? I can't imagine there is. I would say it's probably the same. Alright, so I think for today, I'm going to round it up there. So I think tomorrow we will set up and establish the Pumpkin Moon. We've got to do it. We have to do it for Spooktober, and we have to do it for just the fun of it. Now, if you lot want to recommend some kind of weird, obscure item or weapon that we should probably start getting, please do let me know. Leave me a comment down below, because I am curious, you know, if there is a... Hey, you got to do the Pumpkin Moon 15 times to get this weird, wacky weapon for 5 seconds of fun. I'm down to do it. I think the Tomb of Infinite Cheese was just too fun. So I'm down for stuff like that. Right, thank you for watching today's episode. Enjoyed the start of the week. Remember, stay motivated and all that. Shout out to all our channel members that are rolling by on screen right now. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, give it a big fat thumbs up, and I shall see you tomorrow. Peace.